return to Phantom of the Megaplex as Hauntoberfest continues on Disney Channel.
The other day, I was doing an exam, and for some reason, I just couldn't stop thinking about the episode of That's So Raven, where Raven and Chelsea turn into cows, and it got me thinking. Disney Channel had some really weird Halloween specials. I should talk about them, and that's what I'm gonna do in this video. Intro over. The first episode is That's So Raven, Don't Have a Cow. This show was about a girl who could gaze into the future. I was kind of on before my time, so I have the vaguest memories of it. Honestly, I think I remember more from Cory in the House.
Yeah! Yeah! What's up? Go!
This episode starts with Raven and Chelsea eating food and complaining that they didn't get invited to the Halloween party hosted by the Mean Girls.
I don't even think Alana's party is gonna be all that.
You know, you're probably right. You know, it's probably gonna be noisy, crowded. The food, you know, is gonna just taste nasty.
Yeah.
Every single one of these shows has to have the token Mean Girls who exist solely to create conflict. Raven then decides to do a magical witch spell to get invited to the party.
Wish we were invited to Alana's party. Check this out real quick. Let's get it. We gotta say the magic words.
No.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you from the book.
I didn't realize that straight up magic just exists in the Raven universe. They do this spell, it works, and everyone is happy.
Raven, it's Alana. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I want to invite you and Chelsea to my party.
We're invited. We're invited to your party.
Yes. But if Alana weren't in a weird trance-like state right now, she'd probably do this.
Chelsea drops her cow badge that she's wearing because she's like a vegan. Raven and Chelsea then start slowly turning into cows.
Hey, what are you wearing? Are those cow ears? Oh, that is so like you holding out on the good costume. What?
I don't know, I just really don't understand how they got to this conclusion in the writer's room. Like, Raven is a psychic. I feel like you could do so many other scary Halloween-related things, but for some reason what they chose is for them to turn into cows. It's very bizarre. I have a distinct memory of watching this episode on like ABC Kids and just having no idea what was going on and just being horrified by the weird cow imagery. It takes a very concerning amount of time for Raven and Chelsea to realize they can just undo the spell, but then the book gets stolen. By the time they get the book back, they're like 75% cows and they can barely like hold up the book because they just have hooves.
Did you find it? And it's good.
And then they just become like 100% cow and no one in this very crowded room questions it at all.
Well, we got our wish.
Yep. All eyes are on us.
Might as well milk it.
The whole thing turns out to be like a premonition by Raven, which was so strange to me. I swore this whole thing was just gonna be a dream, but apparently turning into a cow is just a perfectly plausible thing in the That's So Raven universe.
Welcome to the Waverly Substation House of Horrors! This Wiztober on Disney Channel. Wizards of Waverly Place has a Halloween special to remember. Can the Russos serve up their tradition of terror?
Frankly, your haunted house has been a disappointment since forever.
Or will they hit a dead end?
I've got just what you need.
It's to Halloween Wizards of Waverly Place. Next Wiztober Friday at 8, 7 Central on Disney Channel.
The next episode is Season 3, Episode 2 of Wizards of Waverly Place, Halloween. This show was about 3 wizards who had to train to compete in the world's most unfair competition to see who would get to keep their powers.
We all know that I'm the one that's gonna win the Family Wizard Contest and keep my powers.
That's not for a long while, Justin.
There's Alex, the mischievous one, Justin, the rule follower, and Max, the stupid one who they just kind of forget about after a while. He gets turned into a girl at one point. I think that's the most significance he has in the entire show. This show was clearly made as like a parody of Harry Potter, but honestly, I think this show holds up better in a lot of aspects than Harry Potter, if only because it actually has fun with the concept, whereas Harry Potter, especially towards the end, just gets bogged down by so much serious nonsense. Then like, hey, we have to defeat Wizard Hitler. Despite being a children's sitcom, it also manages to have seriously emotional moments. Like, bro, in the movie, when Justin gets murdered, it's like one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my entire life. This episode begins with a businessman going into the wizard sandwich shop and being like, darn it, you guys suck at Halloween. If you don't improve, I'm gonna take away your Halloween license. Grrr.
Mr. Evans of the Waverly Place Merchants Association. As you know, the Waverly Place Halloween Fair is a very important event for us tonight. And frankly, your haunted house has been a disappointment since...
Forever.
The association took a vote. And we're taking away your haunted house unless you make it scarier this year.
Justin is fine with submitting to authority, but Alex desperately wants to prove the guys wrong, so they brainstorm ways to make the place scarier.
We can use magic to shrink the people down so that when they come in, we'll be like giants trying to squish them.
Okay, we'll use magic on the haunted house. Good. But how are we going to keep from actually squishing the people?
We're not. That's what makes it scary.
But your mom can't find out that we're using magic.
Okay, well, what about we get roadkill and then...
No.
We can have a bleached cow skull that has, like...
No.
They settle on hiring ghosts to haunt the substation, but only mildly scary ghosts. Alex and Harper then set off to the ghost realm to find a ghost to hire, and I love the design of the ghost world. For a Disney Channel sitcom, it's actually a fairly detailed and lived-in set, and I love the idea that all the ghosts just live in a town where they train for Halloween.
Trick or treat, my dear. My dear? That's not the voice of someone trying to get enough candy in one night to last them a whole year. Try it again.
Alex and Harper find some mildly scary ghosts, but they suck so bad that even the mom, who's normally against magic, is like, yeah, you guys need to get better ghosts.
It was a dark and stormy night. I was getting a checkup at the doctor's office. They had run out of toys at the reception desk, so I had to settle for a sticker.
Hold on. This is it. These are our scary ghosts?
Yeah?
Excuse me. You know, I normally wouldn't condone this, but you might need to use a little magic to come up with some scarier ghosts.
No, save your breath, Mom. I've been telling them this the whole time.
They go back, and all of the ghosts are taken except for this weird, like, steampunk one, who's way too scary, but they don't have another option. They take him back to the substation, and it leads to the most iconic scene in this entire episode.
Boogly, 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 boogly.
It ends up being too scary for everyone, and they lose the haunted house license anyway, so all of it was pointless.
This haunted house is closed forever!
Wait a minute! You said you wanted scary? We gave you scary!
Yes, kids want to be scared, not scarred for life. You're done. I'll see you in the kettle corn stand next year.
Also, Justin is traumatized because this guy was his ghost when he was a little boy.
You scared this one kid well into his teens.
Oh, the kid would just hold up his action figure and say, Captain Jimbo, protect me! Captain Jimbo, protect me!
Oh my gosh, you're talking about my brother, Justin Russo.
Crybaby Russo? I put that kid on my resume!
Captain Jim Bob, protect me!
This was one of the better ones on this list. It was creative, it was decently funny.
Alex is right. Yeah, I'm proud of us too. I mean, look at this place. We did this.
Quick, family meeting. We never send Alex to do anything ever again. All in favor?
Aye.
Also, I never realized this, but the sign in the back of the Waverly substation is supposed to be a parody of the show Rent.
Saturday on Disney Channel's Hontoberfest. It's the Hannah Montana Halloween event.
Howdy, cuz.
A look-alike cousin
Trust me, underneath those little picky tails, little tiny horn.
with an evil plan to reveal Miley's secret identity.
She's about to rip off her wig and blow your secret. Help me find her. She's the only one in there that looks exactly like me. This is gonna be a little harder than I thought.
All new Hannah Montana event. Saturday at 7/6 Central on Disney Channel.
Next up, we have Season 1, Episode 17 of Hannah Montana. Torn between two Hannahs. Hannah Montana was the most unhinged of any of these 2000s Disney sitcoms. Every single episode of this show just devolves into utter chaos in a way that I don't even know how to describe. You kind of just have to watch it for yourself.
I'm what's in your heart. I'm.
You're what? I'm you.
In this episode, Miley's cousin Luann is coming into town, and Miley is not happy about that because she claims she's evil.
When does her broomstick land?
Come on now, Mile. Now, let's don't start this again. She's a good kid. Let's not forget who pulled you out of that well when you were just 6.
Let's not forget who pushed me in.
But honestly, it wouldn't even matter if she wasn't evil, because every single episode of this show is just Miley whining about something. And then Luann shows up, and the joke is that she's also played by Miley Cyrus, and it's like a Parent Trap thing.
Howdy, cuz. Well, ye doggies, this is one humdinger of a shack.
Following scenes are just Luann being nice to Miley, and then Miley being like, "You're evil, what?" My favorite scene is when Luann gives Miley seashells that she found on the beach, and Miley just smashes them in front of her like a psychopath.
Yeah, pretty. A pretty good place to hide a poisonous hermit crab. What are you doing? I'm ruining your little plan to poison me and throw me down a well again.
Miley, stop. There's something in there.
I was just trying to be nice to y'all.
Miley is such an insanely unlikable main character. As the show goes on, she gets progressively more self-centered and violent, and it's to the point where by the end of the show, she's like a full-on villain. Her character progression throughout the show is honestly not that different from like Walter White. In the B-plot, Jackson and Billy Ray Cyrus are having a Halloween competition with their neighbor. I forgot that the neighbor was even a character in this show. He never even interacts with Miley at all, and he's only really there when they don't know what to do for a B-plot. Despite that, this B-plot is infinitely more entertaining than the main plot, simply because it just becomes an overacting competition.
Save the jokes, Goldilocks. You're gonna need a sense of humor when all the kids see how unscary your house is, and they start pelting it with eggs, which would be an improvement over this paint job.
Miley feels bad for smashing Luann's seashells, so she goes to apologize to her, but it turns out that Luann was actually evil, and Luann locks her in the closet and then steals her identity. From here on out, the episode is just like the typical like doppelganger storyline. Like Oliver finds Luann and she's like, "Which one is the real Miley?" They stop Luann, Billy Ray apologizes, we never see Luann again. Jackson and Billy Ray defeat the neighbor, and it's so funny. This scene of Oliver eating pie unlocked a memory I have not thought about in years.
On an all-new Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, a ghost has checked in. And everybody's freaking out. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. New episode next Friday, 7/6 Central, Disney Channel.
The next episode is Season 1, Episode 19 of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, The Ghost in Suite 613. Zack and Cody was a show about two annoying little boys who lived in a hotel and made life worse for everyone. It's amazing how long this show went on without changing the premise at all. By the end of the franchise, Zack and Cody are grown men and they still act like 9-year-old boys. It's really bizarre and also weird and sad.
Howard was a wonderful grandfather and father and husband. As an avid sailor, he wanted nothing more than to spend eternity on the shuffleboard course.
This episode begins the way every great episode of television should. Zack and Cody are being little babies, and Zack is all like,
This morning when Cody got so scared, I wasn't scared. You were white as a sheet.
Until London, like, very unnaturally tells them about a haunted floor in the hotel.
Don't tell me you saw the ghost in Suite 613. There's a ghost in the hotel? Cool! Let's go see it! Maybe later.
They go up to the hotel room because London left money up there, to which we are then treated to an exposition dump by Muriel the maid, a character who I forgot existed.
Her name was Irene, and she was beautiful and rich.
Oh, think me. With less money, and probably not as pretty, and dead.
As I was saying, in 1942, Irene and her husband checked in on their honeymoon night, and the next day,
he went off to war. She waited 3 years, but he never came back.
So, he died in battle?
Oh no!
He met some Italian babe and opened up a pizza parlor in Naples.
Irene was so angry, she threw the silver hairbrush he'd given her at the mirror.
And the mirror shattered, and a shard flew out, and that was the end of that. Good luck.
Then we get the first of very many jump scares in this episode.
Come on!
They go inside the room and it's all spooky and ooh, and of course Cody is being a little baby like he always is.
Check out of this room!
Do you hear that?
It's Cody's teeth.
They're so loud that Mr. Mosby appears because apparently he can hear them like 6 floors up or something.
I could hear you screaming from the lobby.
I don't know. I don't even care. Mr. Mosby is the greatest character in all of fiction, and any episode that has him is automatically better.
Mr. Mosby, have you ever seen the ghost?
There is no ghost.
Told you.
Now let's leave before she gets annoyed.
It's weird that he's supposed to be the antagonist because watching this show as an adult, he is the most kind, reasonable man, and he absolutely does not deserve to put up with Zack and Cody all the time. Zack threatens to be even louder if he doesn't tell them about the ghost, so he does.
I had just started working at the Tipton as a bellhop. It was a dark and stormy night, and I was working diligently. Oh man, I gotta catch me some Z! Oh. I had heard rumors about room 613, but I didn't believe in ghosts until I felt a sudden rush of cold air, followed by an overpowering aroma of pizza. Pizza! I could dig a slice.
I hate pizza. It reminds me of my unfaithful husband.
Yo, man, I didn't mean a slice of me! Fortunately, my voluminous fro saved me from a concussion. Although I did injure my ankle, I was never able to boogie, oogie, oogie again.
Zack then bets Cody that he can't stay in the room for more than one night, and so they stay up there with London and Maddie, who have nothing else better to do apparently. Esteban and Arwen join as well, and spooky stuff starts happening all around the room.
Did you see that? You mean the face moving, the eyes looking? No. Me neither.
I know it would make no sense, but I kind of wish Mr. Mosby was here as well. He's not in too much of this episode, and his absence is very heavily felt. I'm just a sucker for Phil Lewis's overacting. More than any other episode on this list, this one makes a genuine attempt to be scary, and I don't ever remember being frightened by it, but they get an A for effort. They do an exorcism, and Esteban's actor really just goes to town with the facial expressions here.
Who dares to call me in the afterlife? Are you the ghost of Irene? Yes! My spirit is doomed to languish in agony for all eternity.
Everyone gets slowly picked off by the ghost.
I'll take a chair! Esteban, hang up on her! Esteban's gone. Say adios, amigo. Esteban! They're coming to get you. Got your nose.
Did you order room service? I've got your ribs! Hey, what's the matter? You don't have to lose your head!
It turns out it was all a prank, because Zack is always pranking everyone else, and so they wanted to get him back.
And, table? Back doors? And a front door.
You guys are mean. We're sorry, Zack, but you've played so many practical jokes on us. We just want to show you how it feels.
Yes. Forgive me, my little friend, but you should not have made me the butt of the gassy noises joke, most of which were not mine.
Or put itching powder in my coveralls.
Yeah, or sent me that fake love letter from Orlando Bloom. He took out a restraining order against me. I didn't send you any letter. Okay, that was me.
Although I have to say there is quite a difference between a prank and traumatizing a child. They go back into the room later and the ghost is actually there, and I guess she's just chilling or something. I don't know, watching Zack and Cody. That's what I would do if I was a ghost. I would just watch Zack and Cody all day in the afterlife. This one is honestly so iconic and memorable that I didn't even feel like I was rewatching this episode. I remembered most everything from it pretty vividly.
Phineas and Ferb have a spooky idea.
Isabella has been cursed with hiccups.
Can their haunted house scare the hiccups out of her? New episode next Friday at 8:30, 7:30 Central, part of Wiztober on Disney Channel.
Isabella has the hiccups.
What you do?
Phineas is looking for a way to scare her so that she can get rid of the hiccups. This one has a ton of iconic gags that I forgot were in this episode specifically.
The amazing mariachi tree.
I'm calling Mom. And I am not using the banana this time. Zack, I told you! It's returned. Oh, excuse me, I forgot my satchel.
Goodbye, Candace.
In the B-plot, Candace is trying to impress Jeremy, but she keeps getting tortured by his little sister, Susie. This one is a Halloween special, but only a third of it is dedicated to the Halloween subplot, and the rest are just a completely normal episode of Phineas and Ferb. In the Perry subplot, Doofenshmirtz has an annihilator machine, but he can't find the keys for it. That's the whole plot, but it's surprisingly funny.
This is the part where I get all sarcastic and pretend you surprised me. Oh, Perry the Platypus! How? What the? Who the? Why the? Oh, finally ending here when I finish showing you my brilliant plan.
In the main plot, they build a giant house to scare Isabella, and they sing this song that's been stuck in my head since 2008.
Find the daily grind, the tab it taps in on the mind to help unwind if so inclined. I have a small suggestion if you don't.
It doesn't end up working.
Baljeet?
Oh, I am not Baljeet. I am the scariest thing known to man. A failed math test.
But then Doofenshmirtz lifts up the house with his machine, and it almost kills Phineas, so that does scare her.
Quick, everyone! Sashes!
Now that was scary. Hey, my hiccups are gone.
And that's the entire plot of the episode. The song was pretty good, though.
Visit the only town that celebrates Halloween. Here we are, the Summerween Superstore.
Wait, summer what?
Twice a year.
Happy summer
Sup, squirt. And only in Gravity Falls.
Trick or treat!
Well, aren't you just the cutest?
Will the tricks
Guys?
outweigh the treats?
Brakes, brakes, brakes!
Celebrate Monstober. Knock, knock.
This cackling head's the voice of a generation.
With an all-new Gravity Falls. Next Friday at 9, 8 Central, part of Monstober Night of Premieres on Disney Channel.
The next episode is Season 1, Episode 12 of Gravity Falls. Summerween. Everyone and their mom has been talking about this show ever since the Book of Bill came out a few months ago. It's crazy how active the fan base is for this show, even to this day. As I'm recording this video, someone just released a 4-hour documentary on this show, and they have like interviews, and they even have the creator of the show. Gravity Falls is also a weird one to have a Halloween episode, because by the nature of the show, every episode is the Halloween episode. So this episode is tame by the show's standards. Both this and Phineas and Ferb have to come up with a reason for why the characters are celebrating Halloween in summer, and it's always the most amusing part of the episode.
Here we are, the Summerween Superstore.
Wait, summer what?
Summerween! The people of this town love Halloween so much they celebrate it twice a year. And wouldn't you know it, it's today.
Do you always carry that calendar in your pocket?
Yes.
Mabel wants Dipper to go trick-or-treating, but Dipper doesn't want to because he thinks it's lame because Wendy's going to a party.
Hey, Dipper.
Wendy! Ow! What's up, guys?
Ugh, I left my jacket here again.
Hey, what's with the candy? You going trick-or-treating or something?
Well, actually,
Shut up, Robbie. Of course he's not going trick-or-treating.
No, yeah, trick-or-treating is for babies.
You should come to this party with us. Tambry's parents are out of town, and it's gonna be off the chain.
Not surprised you didn't hear about it.
Not S&P approved has been approved by S&P.
Dipper is just so unlikable in this episode. He can't just tell Mabel he doesn't want to go trick-or-treating. He has to lie to her, and it creates so much forced conflict.
That is a very good Dipper costume.
What the hey, bro, where's your costume?
Look, I can't go trick-or-treating. I'm, really sick. Must have been that bad candy. You go on without me.
Fight through it, man. Where's your Summerween spirit?
They get visited by this scary Halloween monster thing, and he tells them that they have to collect a certain amount of candy by the end of the night, or else they'll be eaten.
Trick or treat. My name is Gorny. Remember me!
Gorny! There's only one way for you to avoid his fate. I need a treat,
If you can collect 500 pieces of candy and bring it to me before the last jack-o'-melon goes out, I will let you live.
By any other show's standards, this character design would be absolutely terrifying, but by this show's standards, I barely even remember it. In the B-plot, Grunkle Stan is desperately trying to scare these kids who are just not scared by anything.
I guess I'm not that scary, you know? Oh, no! Why? Why is there a pig jumping out of my chest?
Candy. Candy!
There's one part where the kids show Grunkle Stan a jump scare video.
What is this? Some kind of kitten or...
Dipper and Co. eventually do get all the candy, but then Dipper puts it in a bush.
Hey, Dipper!
Oh, hey, Wendy. What's up?
Are you coming to the party?
What are you doing out here?
Oh, I'm on my way. I like watching the trick-or-treaters. Reminds me of when I was a kid.
Okay, then. You're coming, right?
Definitely.
Cool. See you there.
And it accidentally falls down a cliff, and so the monster chases them.
Zeus! Stop!
Zeus, don't you dare!
Sorry, dude. Today's been way stressful. I need some levity.
Oh, thank goodness. It was out of batteries. Zeus, no!
And it turns out the monster is actually just a bunch of old Halloween candy that became sentient somehow.
Did you ever stop and think about the candy at the bottom of the bag that no one likes? Every year, the children of Gravity Falls throw away all of the rejected candy into the dump. So I seek revenge. I am made of every tossed piece of black licorice, every discarded bar of old chocolate with, like, that white powder stuff on it. You know that stuff?
I hate that stuff!
No one would eat me. But now, I'm going to eat you.
And of course, they defeat the monster. The monster's not going to murder them, although that would be pretty funny. The monster dies happy because Zeus starts eating it, and Zeus likes the taste. And the monster is like,
I'm so happy.
Dipper learns a valuable lesson that he really should have known from the beginning.
Hey, Dipper.
Wendy!
I didn't see you at the party. Where were you?
I was trick-or-treating with my sister.
And everyone lives happily ever after.
What's up, Gorny?